Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse with SBCA Structural Building Components Association with another weekly update. We got a lot going on. Sorry I wasn't here last week, so this might be a little bit longer, but let's jump in. Let's talk about our OQM coming up next week in Asheville. That is going to be May 14th through the 16th. It kind of feels like it's coming quick after Fort Worth, but that's just how things lined up this year. But we've got a lot to talk about there. First and foremost, if you have signed up for the OQM and you cannot make it, specifically the dinner, the group dinner Tuesday night at Pax Tavern, that's going to be 6 to probably 8, 9-ish. But that's our typical group dinner. If you cannot make those, please let Ali Saladin on our staff know as soon as possible. We have a wait list and we're trying to get people in there. We've got staff, which we're bringing all of our staff this time, and we want to have enough seats. And if people aren't going to show, we want to make sure that we don't have to give up some of those staff seats, like myself. I'm sure everybody's just dying to have dinner with me. But it is one of those that we would like to have staff there if we can. It helps with the social aspect, the networking, all of that, letting them know exactly what component manufacturers are doing. So if there is anybody that signed up, can't make it, please let us know as soon as possible, because it is important and we want to try to get that room filled and be at the capacity, because we do have extra people wanting to participate. Beyond that, we also have added a happy hour / social activity. That's going to happen Wednesday afternoon at Green Man Brewing. That is going to be probably a 15-minute walk. It's a little bit of an Uber. You'll be free to go from there after dinner, but we've got, I think, the third floor of the Green Man Brewing, ton of microbreweries throughout Asheville. So this is just one of them. I think I've been there before. It's got pretty decent beer. So hopefully you're able to join us there, but know that you're going to be welcome if you're attending the OQM. Sign up for, not even a sign up, just show up. And we will love to have a drink and have a conversation with you and see what's going on. A little bit more social activity as we've, kind of gone more towards that education approach. It's helping us, just get people together and talking and, learning about one another. Beyond that, one of the other things that's a little bit unique about this is each month, typically via Zoom, we have a meeting to review the financials with our board members. That meeting falls this week, so we need to have that before the board meeting. So at 7:30 Thursday morning, we're going to be having a board-only session that is going to allow them to review the financials and see if there's any questions, really driving the transparency of the operations of the organization to the board members. So if you're a non-board member and you're asked to step out, it's not personal. It's just one of those that we're trying to keep that loop pretty tight. And know that, we'll open it up probably 10 minutes before the board meeting to get everybody in there and situated so we can start on time with the board meeting. So that's something that is a little bit different there as well. Beyond that, really looking forward to it. It should be great. Like I said, we're going to have all of our staff there. It's going to be the first time all 15 of us have got together since we've made the change and added a lot of new faces. So it'll be fun to see them interact. Plus, it's a way to reward a job well done for all of our staff across all of our areas. I've been counting up just kind of the things to report on for the board meeting, and it's impressive the work that our staff is doing. So thank you to all of them, and please let them know that they are appreciated. I appreciate them, but it helps when it's our members too. And if there's ways that they can improve, make sure they let them know that as well. Beyond that, last week we did have a training for some of our new staff and just trying to orient them with the construction industry and specifically the component industry. That is helpful. I mean, obviously our job is association management, which isn't component manufacturing, but the more they understand about component manufacturing, the better they can do with association management. So it was helpful to do all that. We tied it together. It was 2 days of class with, they had to listen to me for a couple of days, which I think they're happy to be done with that. On the third day, we did a couple component manufacturer tours. First one was Buffalo Framing and Truss in the Austin area. Logan Dance and his team really showed out and did a great job educating both the staff, and I enjoyed the presentation, but it really tied together a lot of the things that we'd been talking about throughout the week. So thank you to him and his team and taking the time in that. And then we went to the Jarrow location of BFS. They've got some robotics and, some automation going on there. That was really cool to see. I enjoyed that. So thank you, Jay Schroeder with that. Really appreciate you taking the time, letting us see that in operation and explain kind of the processes and what you're working on. What, it helps us understand as we are trying to promote innovation in the industry, what are people utilizing and how are they utilizing it to where we can continue to have those conversations. Outside of that, I need to close a notification here. I've got a lot of other projects that we're working on. The BCSI revision, I just got done with chapter 1. I think I'd previously reviewed chapter 3. So that work is going on. I really like how it's, lay out. It does a really good job of setting the foundation of the industry, not just in the BCSI material and the restraints and the bracing, but also just kind of as a document for specifiers and others to be able to utilize and understand and lay out the process really well. So I'm looking forward to sharing that. That'll probably come later this year. But again, great work to Greg on our team, Greg Greenlee, as well as all of the other staff and the ENT. I mean, Howard's really been helping out with that committee, and all of the TPI TAC engineers have been helping out with that, as well as the NFC members that are contributing as well. So it's nice to have that full group from concept to installation to make sure that they're represented as well. We also have an electronic version of BCSI, the most current version. If you did not know that, it's on our website. You can log in, you can purchase it for annual subscription, go in, make notes, and just have it on your computer screen as opposed to having your booklet. My recommendation is that you do both. There's benefits in, for each version. I like having the paper sometimes, but it's also nice to be able to have it accessible anywhere. If you forget your BCSI, I find I'm doing a lot of things on a plane and I don't carry the booklet there. So I like to have the reference there as well. Beyond that, Innovative Housing Showcase, a lot coming together there. Look for some very big news later today. Hopefully you're still with me 6 minutes in, but you're going to see some news come across that is pretty cool, that what SBCA is doing and taking our leadership position in the industry, construction industry, with innovation to a whole new level. So look forward to that. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go between now and the event in June. Beyond that, Framing the American Dream Texas, actually Buffalo Trust, or Buffalo Framing and Trust, they're going to participate in that, as well as some of the other BFS places throughout Texas as we get into that. So that work continues. A lot of groundwork has to happen there. Sean's working hard on that. Beyond that, dues invoices went out this week. So thank you for your membership and continued trust in SBCA and what we do. We are doing some really cool stuff. We are moving the needle and we are trying to move some things forward. So a great way to interact with us is at the OQM. So another plug for that. Beyond that, the BCMC Innovation Grant, we had 20 plus entrants this year. Few from last year, few new ones. It's pretty cool to see how it all goes. And I think it's probably a more competitive group. We might not have had as many numbers as last year, but it is one that it's going to be difficult. And I like kind of having that, let's bring 4 or 5 or 6 or however many the panel decides to bring, but really trying to promote that, give the broader automated industry, just kind of automation industry, a kind of a notice that we are here. We want to participate. We want you to provide goods and services to our industry. So hopefully that helps with that. We'll see how that goes as we get a little bit closer to BCMC. And then, so many other ideas to just bolster quality. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but I've got a visitor coming at the doorbell. He must want to talk about trusses, but I will talk to you later. Peaks up, press on. There's the doorbell, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye.